Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Leinenkugel's Harvest Patch Shandy. Harvest Patch Shandy has has a pumpkin on the front. It's really a pretty fall scene. Like, it makes you think of Wisconsin, the hills and the woods. Has people holding pumpkins, but the beer is not a pumpkin beer, so that's a little bit deceptive. It's a Weiss beer with honey with natural flavors added. Notes of nutmeg, allspice, and clove for a flavor that pairs perfectly with fall. It says December 1st, 2014. Okay. And it's certified kosher, believe it or not. Brewed in Wisconsin, Leinenkugel's is a subsidiary of Miller Brewing Company, which is a subsidiary of InBev. This was introduced in September 2014, and it's going to be available September to November as part of their fall, I guess it's fall flavored, fall shandy pack. I didn't want to get the whole 12 pack. I was looking for singles and I couldn't find it. Then I was at Rouse's in Gentilly, the Gentilly section of New Orleans last week, and I saw singles $1 a can, so I figured I'll check them out. Now that is an extremely thick white head, maybe slightly off-white, maybe. And it's a milky. Now with the sun coming at me through the trees, it's sort of orange gold. Maybe from what you can see on the playback, it's just a gold. Because it depends how the light's hitting it. I see some pretty thick lacing already. So it's a nice looking beer. There's no doubt about it. It's bubbly. There's some little brown particles for sure all throughout the beer. I don't know if there's any video reviews for this. I was looking at all those Wild Blue video reviews and I forgot to check on this one, but I doubt if there are any, there aren't many. 4.2% alcohol. That's low, but it's not an unusual ABV. Gets an okay score on Beer Advocate with only 44 ratings. 35 out of 100 on Rate Beer, 41 out of 100 for the style, so they don't like it too much. 14 ratings, so we're talking about 58 ratings. This will be number 59. So this looks good, so let's see how it pans out. It smells really good. It smells like some kind of pie, a spiced pie. It's like all those spices I described. White bread, almost like a meringue. Yeah, like this, like egg whites. So it's the pumpkin spices, pumpkin pie spices, but without pumpkin. That has a creamy head. The head looks like meringue. Well, I would say the appearance is an A, the aroma is an A, and I don't like flavored beers, but I like to give them a chance, at least give them a fair chance. And I think Leinenkugel's does do a little bit better job with shandies. And it's kind of becoming their niche now. There is a regular Leinenkugel's lager beer, however, and a lager light Leinenkugel's. They're so rare. If you look on the website, they'll show the lager, the original Leinenkugel from 1867, but they won't even show the light, but it exists. I have to say, this is very pleasant. It's mild. There's white bread, there's the varied spices, there may be a touch of citrus, some honey flavor. Yeah, it says brewed with honey, and it has that. Maybe clover honey, I don't know. The mouthfeel is medium, the finish is, and it's soft, and the finish is sort of crisp. It's easygoing, and it's quite refreshing. Well, if somebody was trying to convince me to start really getting into flavored beers, and I think they would fail in that attempt, but however, this would be a good one to try to convince someone with, because I think it is one of the better flavored beers I've ever had. I mean, I really cannot think of anything negative to associate with it, aside from the fact that I personally don't like flavored beers, and that's hardly a negative. That's just a personal preference issue, which is something that people in the beer reviewing hobbyist world sometimes can't grasp. They'll say, well, I don't personally like it, so therefore the beer is bad, which I have a problem with that approach. There's some pretty good lacing in this. So for a beer overall, I would say it's very good, or at least good. I think B would be the lowest you could give it to without being ridiculous. And I think in the flavored beer world, well, it's probably in an A+ range, really is A+. So I mean, Leinenkugel's, and it's a kind of a self-contained subsidiary. They pretty much run their own show, and they found that the shandies and the flavored beers are profitable for them, and they keep doing it, and they're sort of like perfecting it. Okay, so I think they're really doing a great job in this genre. So Les Bon Temps Roulés, this is overall, to average it out, an excellent flavored beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans.